In LA this week.
A posthumous honor for the man many consider to be the greatest mayor in Los Angeles history. I'm Gil Reyes at what is currently known as the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. But for how long?
I'm Anna Marcos. Queen Latifah, Cardi B, take your pick. This exhibit is a visual history of hip-hop from its earliest beginnings, and it's now open at the Annenberg Space for photography. More coming up.
Want to be part of a mosaic with the Backstreet Boys and one that's going to be sent to them? I'm Rasha Goel. Up next, I'll tell you how.
Hey everyone, I'm Yana Kay. Here's what's happening in LA this week. The community came together to take a stand against sexual violence. Local leaders and sexual assault survivors gathered at LA City Hall on Denim Day to raise awareness and let victims know they're not alone.
Every 98 seconds, another person experiences sexual assault.
1 out of every 6 women has been victim of attempted or completed rape in her lifetime.
Denim Day recalls an Italian Supreme Court case when a judge overturned a lower court's conviction of a rapist. The judges ruled that because the victim was wearing tight jeans, she must have helped her attacker remove them, thus implying consent.
There is no excuse.
There is no excuse.
There is no excuse. Never an invitation to rape,
to abuse, assault,
to harass, assault, abuse.
That is our mantra, that is our mandate, that's our commitment.
Denim has become our social justice fabric, and it started right here in Los Angeles, the city of Los Angeles. This is the birthplace of this worldwide Denim Day campaign.
When we have a public space to talk about sexual violence and domestic violence, people listen.
This is a movement that was started by women and led by women. We've seen very powerful men in positions of power who have used their power to harass and assault women and intimidate them. And so we're living in a new era now where women are coming out of the shadows.
1 led to 2, led to 5, led to 10, led to hundreds, and now millions of people who are telling their stories.
My mom is a survivor. My sister is a survivor. I'm a survivor.
I'm a survivor of sexual violence.
Is it consensual if his skin can't be found under my fingernails?
For 12 years, starting at the age of 3, I was molested by someone in my family.
Is it consensual if my no was inaudible?
But one day, I mustered up the courage to tell him to stop.
Is it consensual if my yes was merely 3 letters, coerced?
To me, Denim Day means healing. It signifies rebirth from a trauma you never thought you'd live past.
This is not a women's issue, it is a human issue for all of us.
When we give in the world what we need the most, it heals the broken parts in each of us. So give your strength, not your sorrow. Give your heart and never hate. And the discomfort that we feel around this issue is necessary, because it's only in facing these uncomfortable things that we truly can heal from them. Thank you so much for having
me. For more information on how you can help the cause, visit denimdayinfo.org. LA's first and only black mayor is honored for championing what many believe was the most successful Olympics ever. Yes, the games are returning to LA, but a name change may be coming too. Gil Reyes has more.
Will the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum be able to keep its iconic name? What we do know for sure is that the name of the man many consider to be the greatest mayor in Los Angeles history will be etched in these hallowed halls forever.
At the entrance of the LA Memorial Coliseum is the arena's Court of Honor, consisting of 60-plus names and events that have made the stadium great. Now add a new name to this gallery, former LA Mayor Tom Bradley. His daughters are here for the induction and unveiling of this handsome bronze plaque.
Absolutely thrilled. It's about time as far as we're concerned. Daddy's contribution is the reason the modern Olympics exist even today.
Right.
But it's just fantastic.
Mayor Bradley brought the 84 games to Los Angeles, generating a multi-million-dollar profit largely through advertising that's paying off to this day. And as the plaque reads, he welcomed the world. No one has done so much for so many while serving the city of Los Angeles.
He was a police officer, he was a city council member, and then he was mayor for 20 years. And of course, we know that record will never be broken because now we have term limits.
Coliseum Commission President and Supervisor Janice Hahn was at the ceremony honoring LA's first and only black mayor. So were the two men who pushed for his induction, Supervisor Mark Ridley Thomas and former city councilman Tom LaBonge.
And I stop and say to Mark, could you get a plaque at the Court of Honor for Tom Bradley? Make it happen, Tom, and we'll get it done.
And they did, but during a controversy over the arena's name. United Airlines has pledged nearly $70 million to renovate the stadium, but only if it is renamed United Airlines Memorial Coliseum. Critics say no way. And now the airline has threatened to pull out. USC manages the stadium.
I'm hopeful that United Airlines and USC will come to a compromise that gives United Airlines the visibility they should have, as well as preserving the legacy for veterans.
How about United Airlines Field at Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum? They're talking about it. We'll know for sure long before the games return to Los Angeles in 2028.
Other inductees to the Court of Honor include LA politician Kenneth Hahn, former president of South Africa Nelson Mandela, and rocker Bruce Springsteen. Getting into college is a monumental step for high school seniors. The LA Dodgers Foundation and a nonprofit celebrated this significant milestone by shining a spotlight on these students' accomplishments.
We're here because we think that signing day should not just be for elite athletes, but for young people like all of you who worked so hard to earn those college acceptances.
All I can say is wow, wow, wow. 600 students, so many colleges, so many backgrounds. This is really tremendous. So today we're hosting 600 kids from local high schools who are all pledging what colleges they're going to be attending in the fall. We partnered with College Spring, an organization really dedicated to equipping students with SAT and ACT prep and ensuring that they have the knowledge that they need in order to go to college and succeed. It's important to celebrate today, regardless of where you're going to school, but just the mere fact that you are going and that you have achieved a significant milestone in your life.
I will be attending UCR this fall.
I'll be attending UC Berkeley in the fall.
And I will be attending UC Santa Barbara this fall.
That I will be attending Dickinson College as a Posse Scholar.
I will be attending UC Davis this fall.
What does that mean to you?
It means so much to me because I want to be able to prove to my younger sisters, since I am an older sister, that they can do it too and that they have someone there for them to help them.
You deserve this, you've earned this, and you should be so very proud.
Since launching in 2008, nearly 25,000 students from low-income backgrounds have benefited from College Spring's program. They're helping fight hunger and prevent food waste at the same time. Food Forward is a nonprofit dedicated to providing healthy options to underserved communities. Rasha Goel has more.
So why do we see so many happy faces while picking out their greens? It's because they're at a free farmers market where they can take home their veggies at no cost. All thanks to Food Forward, a nonprofit organization that gathers food and distributes it to more than 200 charitable groups across a 5-county region.
Food Forward rescues produce that would otherwise go to waste. We collect from backyards, farms, public spaces, farmers markets, and wholesale locations and donate to local hunger relief agencies.
This free farmers market was held in conjunction with Simi at the Garden in Simi Valley, where over 175 people walk through on a given day. This particular farmers market is held on the last Tuesday of every month, and it's just one of the many groups that Food Forward works with.
So in October of 2017, we did our first free
farmers market in partnership with Food Forward, and there was such a demand in the community. One of the reasons is because there's no qualification. So if a family's short on food for the month and they come down, they get their food. If they don't need it the following month, then we don't see them.
This year marks 10 years for Food Forward, who has recovered and donated over 70 million pounds of produce. At 78 years old, individuals like Bernarda McCarroll, who have been volunteering for the past year and a half, say it brings them so much joy.
I give people food that they need, and also it's gratifying to me because I'm doing service for somebody else that I enjoy.
Over 10,000 community members participate at over 190 produce recovery events every month.
It's a win-win-win-win-win for everyone. There's volunteers that get to come out and get some exercise and feel good about themselves. People are receiving produce, food is not going to waste, and really our harvesting food, fighting hunger, and building community message shines through these community partnerships.
Would you like asparagus?
Of course! I wasn't about to leave without my favorite asparagus.
Los Angeles Trade Technical College has gone green. New solar panels and electric car charging stations will not only benefit the environment, but they will also offer living labs to students who are training in solar or transportation careers.
This newest solar installation represents the future of jobs, a vision for Los Angeles that's truly sustainable, and a city that's powered by Angelenos. We're striving for 100% renewable energy in the future, mainly from energies that are coming from solar, power, and hydro.
Today we recognize and applaud the wonderful energy savings achieved through construction of this 285 kilowatt solar system at the Trade Tech parking structure. Your achievement will help LADWP efforts to reduce electrical demand and lower the strain on the grid, greatly contributing to the future sustainability of our city. This is the first one that I felt really embodies what we're trying to do in the city of Los Angeles, where we're really helping each other make a better city.
They redefined pop music as we know it, creating a dedicated fan phenomenon that still exists almost 30 years later. And now fans of the Backstreet Boys can get up close and personal with a one-of-a-kind ultimate fan experience. Rasha Goel takes us to the Grammy Museum's latest exhibit.
Music lover or not, this is one exhibit you won't want to miss. The Backstreet Boys experience at the LA Live Grammy Museum takes you through their journey on and off stage along with some key memorabilia.
It's basically all things Backstreet Boys. There are original objects provided by the group, and then there's a ton of really cool interactive components here that it makes for a great fan experience.
What's unique about this exhibition is the interactive experience. All right, Backstreet Boys fans, this is your chance to send them your personal message. This right here is the confession booth. You can record your message here, which will then be sent to them. And hey, if you're in the mood for taking some pictures and maybe grabbing that selfie, well, guess what? Hop on right over here.
We have this really cool hologram, and what this hologram is, it allows guests to actually either take a selfie with the Backstreet Boys, or they can sing with the Backstreet Boys, and then that sort of video is it's captured and then sent back to the guests, so then you can post that on social media, share it with your friends and family, just let people know you got to hang out with the Backstreet Boys.
And talk about commitment to fans. The boys were fully involved and hands-on when it came to this exhibit. They contributed some very personal items, things that you can only get a glimpse of here.
What we wanted to do is create an environment, an immersive environment to give back to the fans, and this was something, that was a message that they wanted to hit on just right out the gate. They really wanted to put a personal spin on this. So there's one section in this exhibition that features wedding albums and baptism photos. I mean, we have AJ's onesie from that he wore when he came back from the hospital the day he was born. So really cool stuff here. There's a lot to see. There's a lot of stuff here for everyone.
And some fun facts about the Backstreet Boys. They are the best-selling boy band with 130 million records worldwide. Their 2019 album, DNA, debuted at #1 more than 2 decades after the band was formed. And the album's lead single, Don't Go Breaking My Heart, was nominated for Pop Duo and Group Performance at this year's Grammy Awards. From clothing and costuming to this wall of pictures with actual fans and moments from across the world, there is plenty to enjoy.
Whether you're a Backstreet Boys fan or a music and baseball fan, that's great, but then there's also an educational component too. So there's this really cool sort of dynamic that we've created here where it's educational but entertaining at the same time.
So come on down and check out the Backstreet Boys experience. It's your chance to sing or send a message to them while experiencing this boy band phenomenon.
The exhibit runs until September 2nd. More info at GrammyMuseum.org. Well, from pop to hip-hop, another photo exhibit highlights the musical artists and the photographers who not only helped shape hip-hop culture as we know it today, but also impacted politics, culture, and social movements around the world.
It's hard to believe, but hip-hop is now 40 years old. It's actually middle-aged, but it is still as vibrant as ever, and this exhibit captures that. For example, Salt and Peppa when they first started out, or how about Tupac or Snoop Dogg before they became legendary mega artists.
I refer to this as like the Mona Lisa of hip-hop. The photographer talks about how he wanted to portray Biggie as a king.
Notorious B.I.G., Cardi B, the one and only Beyonce, and Jay-Z. The exhibit, Contact High, A Visual History of Hip-Hop, takes us down memory lane in the vast and varied history of hip-hop, but it also includes its newest and greatest current artists.
You have like Kanye's first photo shoot, Wu-Tang's first cover shoot.
But Vicky Toback, curator of the exhibit Contact High and author of a book by the same name, makes it clear that this visual show is as much about the photographers who captured hip-hop history as it is about the artists who created its music.
A lot of times, the photographers weren't professionally trained per se, but they were part of the culture. And so when hip hop started, in the Bronx in the 70s, they were right there. Hip hop wasn't on the radio yet. You had to go to parks, roller rinks, local DJ spaces to even hear it. And it was just this, music of everyday peoples.
LA, by the way, has its own historic corner in the exhibit.
You can see in the photos this moment, right, where LA kind of comes into its own. It looked different. It had like the white tees, the Dickies, the car culture, the tattoo culture, the lowrider culture. Like that was very much an LA signature. Rest in peace, Nipsey.
Pictures like that of the late Nipsey Hussle capture that LA moment, and there are so many LA moments.
I love when you can see the neighborhoods and really the places that made LA hip-hop.
Altogether, more than 100 historic photos capturing iconic hip-hop artists. Not bad for a musical tradition few thought would last. But last it has, influencing many other types of music.
Hip-hop always just portrayed itself as being raw and real and speaking truth to power. People connect to that. Fast forward now to it being a dominant, global phenomenon.
The exhibit at the Annenberg Space for Photography stays open until August 18th of this year, and it's free. The South LA community got together to rededicate a beloved neighborhood park. From carnival games, dunk tank, face painting, and lucha libre wrestlers. It was fun for the entire family.
Let's give a big round of applause for South Park 2.0. Amen.
Today,
we're unveiling a new and improved South Park.
I don't know if everybody realizes, but this year is 120 years this park has been in existence. That is a long time. This is one of the first parks in the city of Los Angeles.
The LA Times call it the Monte Carlo of Los Angeles, minus the wicked jingle of the coin.
I live right here in the neighborhood, so I've been aware of this park since the late 50s.
Our parents used to bring us here when we were kids. I haven't seen it look this good in years.
Our generation isn't the generation that just holds things together. We're the generation that are going to create. We're going to rehabilitate. This will be one of the examples of what can happen when a community comes together with a vision.
My message to the community is these weren't dollars that Kern Price or Eric Garcetti had. These are your tax dollars, and because we're spending your tax dollars in your community, now it's your responsibility. Keep it clean, keep it safe, and use it. A park loves to be loved.
Investment is not just in the grounds and in the grass and in the trees. It's an investment in the people who live in this community.
Put your best foot forward. Every individual, put your best foot forward.
I'm just praying and hoping that the upkeep stay up and that we all come together as one to do whatever we need to do to benefit the neighborhood.
We must really love one another. We must love our communities and do everything we can to keep it safe and clean.
There was even more family fun at the city's Earth Day celebration as folks learned about conservation and even brought home some trees.
I think in our home, for example, the importance of recycling, the importance of making sure we can conserve water to make sure that our planet could survive for generations to come.
Recycling the most basic of things, papers, cans, at home, that's something that everyone can do. Ensuring that nothing gets thrown on the street that will contaminate not just our water, but it'll blight our public spaces. We all want things to look clean and beautiful.
I conserve water and I reuse and recycle items. And to help the earth, I conserve water and take short showers.
I recycle whenever I can, conserve water.
Earth Day should actually be every day.
Councilmember Paul Koretz gets a special honor. A new Green Deal is announced by the mayor, and the city's first two-way bike lanes are coming to downtown LA. All this in City Beat. As Earth Day celebrations and education continue in Los Angeles, Councilmember Paul Koretz was honored for his 30-plus years of forward-thinking environmental policy and action. His contributions are almost too many to list, as Councilmember Mike Bonnet pointed out at a recent surprise ceremony in City Council.
Mr. Koretz, would you please come up and join us?
I really appreciate this. I don't know what to say. This means a lot to me. Something I care so much about. Save our planet and save our species, save our wildlife, and keep LA and the rest of the world as it should be. So thank you so much.
Congratulations.
And along those lines, Mayor Eric Garcetti unveiled LA's Green New Deal, a plan designed to greatly expand Los Angeles' strong commitment to renewable energy, resulting in a cleaner, safer Los Angeles for decades to come. As use of bicycle transportation continues to grow, Councilmember Jose Huizar unveiled the city's first two-way bike lane in downtown LA. The improvement is designed in part to allow residents easier access to downtown's historic core. Los Feliz celebrates a brand new playground thanks to the Department of Rec and Parks and Councilmember David Rue.
All right, we're going to get started because I honestly do not want to take these 3-year-olds on. So. 3, 2, 1,
I really want to thank everyone for joining us today for the opening of this very new playground. This is what a park is supposed to be. An open space for all, and of course, especially for our young children. What do you think?
There was a call from the community in Los Feliz. They needed a playground, and this is like the newest and greatest addition to Griffith Park.
We're so happy to be celebrating this amazing event, this incredible playground, and we definitely look forward to welcoming more spaces like this in the Los Feliz community.
Playgrounds are the very first introduction of our kids to the parks. Our goal is when we get the kids coming into the park through the playground, then we're able to introduce them to the other really magical pieces of the park system. I always like the saying that we need more green time and less screen time.
This means so much to me because when I was growing up as a child, we lived in a 2-bedroom, 700 square foot apartment, and we had no front yard or backyard, and it was parks. It was public parks, in particular Griffith Park, where I came to play.
Get on the Do Good bus and do some good. A citywide open firehouse celebration kicks off, and get ready to move to the beat as Summer of Salsa returns. All this and things to do. If you've been wanting to get involved in your community but haven't been sure where to start, then just hop on the Do Good bus. You'll meet like-minded folks for a day of games, fun, and a volunteer opportunity at a mystery location. Try out the Do Good bus on Saturday, May 11th from 8:15 a.m. The latest pack of do-gooders board the bus at Echo Park Lake on 751 Echo Park Avenue. For more details, check out their listing on Eventbrite.com. You're invited to bring the entire family for the LAFD Fire Service Day 2019. A citywide open firehouse celebration. Get to know your local fire crews in this 2019 LAFD Fire Service Day, happening Saturday, May 11th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. To locate your nearest fire station, visit lafd.org/station/station-results. La Plaza de Cultura y Artes invites you to Summer of Salsa, a free concert series held at this historic open-air venue. Gracing the stage on May 10th will be Ricardo Lembo and Maquina Loca. Summer of Salsa featuring Ricardo Lembo and Maquina Loca takes place Friday, May 10th, beginning at 6 p.m. For more info, visit lapca.org. And that's a look at some things to do. That's it for this edition. I'm Yana Kay. From all of us here at LA This Week, thanks for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more of LA This Week.